Why do some airliners go off route if you follow them on Flight Radar or Plane Finder, some of these flight following apps? Well, it could be down to weather, it could be down to direct from air traffic. I'll explain that in a second, but there are various different reasons. Let me take a minute to show you. So here's a typical flight I'll take from Florida to the UK, so Orlando to Heathrow. So when we depart these really busy international airports, at busy times of day, they'll put us on something called a SID. It's a like standard instrument departure. So they'll know that all the aircraft that take off that are going off to the east will head south. They'll head out to the east, then they'll up through this Bumbo Point, Cusack, and across the Atlantic. And that keeps everyone out of the way. And then they'll bring aircraft in from, say, the north, knowing that they keep departing traffic and arrival traffic separate. Now, however, when it isn't that busy, you may find that on Flight Radar, this track of where we're expected to go, where our flight plan, we have to file ahead exactly where we're going to fly before we even get airborne, so everyone knows where each other's going and we're all safely separated. So we'll file this plan. However, when we get airborne, if air traffic go, there's not much traffic today, I'm going to save them time, fuel, get them to their arrival in the UK quicker. As we get airborne, they'll say, I don't know, Virgin 632, you are now direct to Bumbo. So we'll tell the navigation system to cut short and go direct to this Bumbo point. So you'll see the aircraft come miles off track and we'll go direct to this Bumbo. It might save, 50, 60 miles and quite a lot of fuel. And we'll get to Bumbo quicker and then we'll continue on. As we get through Cusack and across the Atlantic, another time that we may come off our route is this will be our Atlantic route separated from all the other traffic. However, if you put a big thunderstorm here, at this point, we'll send a text message type system called ACARS to air traffic. So at this point, it would probably be New York who were looking after us. We'd send a message to New York saying, can we come 30 miles or 20 miles right of track? They would say yes when it's all clear. So then we might fly from this point 20 miles off track to clear the thunderstorm, and then we'll ask to go back direct to this point and join our plan again. Now, I know the fear of flying mind, and I know that you'll immediately think, what if air traffic send you that direct straight into a thunderstorm or a cloud? We would just turn it down and say, unable, there's a thunderstorm cell in the way. Can we continue with our planned route, or can we go 20 degrees right? And they would come back and say, yes, of course you can. You're now cleared to do that. Likewise, on the Atlantic, if we asked to avoid that thunderstorm and they said no, we'd have loads of other options. We'd ask to climb to avoid traffic, or descend a couple of thousand feet, or we'd ask to go to the north to avoid it. And one of those routes would definitely happen. They're there to help us. They're there to keep us safe. I hope it explains it all. You now know what to do to make sure that you don't miss the next explanation. I cover topics like this in all of my videos to make you feel happier and secure on board our airliners, which is why my tagline is fly happy, fly safe.